Show you guys this case of a pericardial effusion. It's fairly sizable, however, no echo evidence of tamponade. So here is the initial view in the peristernal long axis. You can see there's a fairly sizable effusion circumferential around the heart, however, most prominent in along the left ventricle. So I'm going to pause. Here it is, measuring at about 21 millimeters at end diastole. Is the view on short axis, where you can see a fair amount of effusion here in the left ventricle, and measured it out to be about 2 centimeters at end diastole. And one thing also to point out is this gelatinous material you see covering the right ventricle. That is a very inflamed pericardium, indicative of pericarditis. Which is, you see the effusion is actually very little along the RV free wall. Here in this view in particular, the effusion doesn't look as impressive as it did on the previous studies, and the tech had zoomed into the RV, which is very helpful. Looking at the RV moving in during systole and out during diastole, you can see there is no early diastolic collapse. One thing I do ask, and here the IVC, you can see that it's fairly small in size and it collapses, which is again goes against tamponade. And finally, we did do a M mode across the RV. Not terribly clear in this view. So here is systole and diastole, systole and diastole, and you don't see a clear diastolic dip, which is indicative of RV collapse during a diagnosis of tamponade. So this is a very large effusion. This measures over 2 centimeters without echo evidence of tamponade.